That's what he's asking. It's like, what do you guys want now? He's asking all three of you, the new arrivals. So, Kreen, you've just been sitting in the tavern that whole time. Let's see, have they at least offered you... They have not offered you drink, they have offered you food. Because they don't know what you drink, but then they don't know what food you eat, so they've just offered you random food. How do you eat exactly? You have the weird mandibles?
Yeah, I guess I got like that.
Yeah, so you see this strange-ass creature, like... it's like got its mandibles deep in food.
Okay.
Like,
so
do you have manners as in you're putting the food in your mouth, or is like your mouth is on the table and you're just eating the food off the table?
Yeah, I just eat it off the table.
Yeah, he doesn't have manners. Just yeah,
so Macaulay does not
Lance
know
Master's
what
looking at
creature
that.
is.
It's a strange company you keep, Relog. I assume you know what that is.
So Macaulay heads over
Yeah.
to the mantis-like creature and asks, "What manner of thing are you?"
Do you actually have a
guess
mouthful of food?
Yeah, go. But in your tongue, I guess I'm a mantis man.
Mantis man.
Yeah.
I've
It's like,
not
and
heard.
Brelog says from over his shoulder, it's like, yeah, that's all I could really think of calling him. I don't quite know what he is, so it's close enough.
What do I roll to know what he is?
That would be history.
History.
You're a wanderer, you might have a chance, but we're not entirely sure yet. Okay, what is it? Why does yours do that? So, what does it say? Oops. And you actually made it. So you actually understand he's a Thrycrane. He's from the deserts to the south. Past the mountains. And the long cliffs.
Why are you so far from the desert?
Okay. That's Crane. Why are you so far from the desert?
I wanted to explore and see something else than the storm deserts.
Okay, so
Well, how's your health after you left your habitat?
good question.
How's
That's
my-
Constitution. How do you feel right now, considering
how do
that
I-
you're not in your element?
Let's see.
Constitution.
Okay. Constitution. Let's see.
Constitution. No, this is Crane. He has to roll Constitution.
Constitution. That. Boop.
Crit 20!
Okay, so your health might be a little bad, actually.
What?
No, your health is
Oh!
fine. You're reasonable.
Oh shit.
So you're pretty healthy because you're very remember your character's very muscular. Although he looks wiry, it's like his arms have a lot of arm strength.
He's also very lucky, apparently.
Yeah. So he's a very looks pretty burly, like for something that's supposed to be skinny.
Is he considered an animal
Is he considered an animal? No,
or beast?
he's not a beast.
I'm a
Lycrane
humanoid.
is its own race.
Yeah.
It's not under the beast dominion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Hmm.
So, Lance Master, as soon as he hears that, it's like, I've heard of that. I've made some forays into there. Your people are rather hostile to outsiders.
Very territorial, I've heard.
It's not that we're hostile as long as you don't treat our nature bad.
It's like, oh, well,
I love
I apologize
nature.
to anything I've done wrong, because I guess I did.
You will be surprised how barbarians come along with our kin. long
And he
as
feels
they-
kind of bad. It's like, now, let's not resort to name calling. So I was a young barbarian back then, but I've changed now. Okay, maybe not.
I'm bigger now.
Yeah.
Bigger now.
No, he thought he was gonna say he's better now, but he's not.
Well, he's
He
bigger,
says
that's
I'm
for
bigger
sure.
now instead of you're better. I'm a bigger person now.
And so, Brelog, you see him gathering his notes and moving to the next table.
Okay.
So
Get
Brelog,
away
what's
from
going
him.
on? What's the next thing?
It's like, I moved to this table to get away from you. What is it you want?
Never mind. I guess you're fine.
It's like, yes, please, I'm trying to work here.
Sorry, jeez.
It's like,
Here.
Because no, this is because that's Brelog. He's trying to work on everything that needs to be done, but you
Brelog,
guys
chill
keep
out.
interrupting
Here,
him.
Brelog, chill out. Have a joint.
Okay, so. Okay, so that's Koliski. Now we're on to Thorn again. Thorn, where'd you go? Where'd you go now?
Lauren's at the stable guy right there.
Why is he at the stable? Okay, so you're
That's
at the
why-
stable. Why, Ken?
Me?
Yeah, you Stermon.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Thorn
I
just kind
was
of
at-
busts into the stable, and the he's immediately like, "All right, so are you walking in, or are you just?"
Yeah, I'm just casually walking.
So you're casually walking in. The guy is not at quite like. As soon as he see you, he kind of like. He sees you. He's sweeping the floor, and then he sees you, and then he just drops the broom and just backs away like around the corner. It's like, okay, I don't want any trouble. Just, would you kindly go away?
Oh.
Yes, no. And so, like, you see that he's trying to like hide as much as possible.
I know there is someone in here. I'm not here to hurt you. Come out.
It's like, I don't know. The big axe and the other axis says otherwise.
They stay sheeted.
It's like, I had that, but how long will it take you to draw them?
Depends on how hard you piss me off.
It's like, am I doing that now? Are you triggered?
Yes.
It's like, okay, then I'll come out then. So he he immediately just comes out. No, it's like, so
Well-
what is it you want?
I need something to move trees back to town so we can start fixing the
It's like,
housing.
well, I don't have anything like that. And it's like, remember, they're peasants. They don't know. It's like, so how are you going? Well, first of all, have you seen the size of the trees out in the wilderness? They're not exactly small. How is it
I
you're
know.
going to drag them back?
Well, I definitely can't on my own.
It's like, why can't you?
I'm not strong enough to carry 500 pounds of tree.
And it's like, oh, okay. So what is it you need? So what is it you need from me?
I need something so I can chop the tree up in pieces, put it on
It's like,
something.
well, when you
and-
find what that something is,
carry
I'll
it
let you
back.
know. But I don't know what you're asking for.
Well, apparently Brelog said you don't want to part with your animals.
That's like, yes, you would be correct.
And
It's
why
more of a
is
matter
that?
of I don't have many animals left, and I can't really be loaning them out.
Is there anyone else that owns any animals in here?
It's like, well, not that I know of. So hold on, let me see if I can... Okay, so from the back of the room, from in the door, it's like, he means me. So Rocco just
Apparently I
walks in, and it's like, I told you, that's public knowledge. You should be telling everyone. It's like, and then the stable master gets all flustered. It's like, well, I don't know who he is. I don't spend a lot of time outside, you know. It's like, and so like I walk up to him, I pat him on the shoulder, it's like, that'll do, stable hand, that'll do. And so he brushes off my hand, he just walks away. It's like, alright, I had foreseen something similar to this.
Alright then.
So that's like, however, yes, I don't think you can do it alone. I think you're gonna need help. Because yeah, chopping down trees is one thing, but processing the wood, that's another.
It's getting them back. That's the problem.
It's like, that's the easy part, and then I just walk over. It's like, you see these two mules? These are mine. We could use the mules to get the trees back, but problem is we need to process the wood, and I don't think we have anyone to do so. I don't know, you have any ideas? Anyone who can
Do
cut a piece of
we-
wood in a proper fashion?
Do we know about say having the skill for it?
The answer is no. We don't know about, so we're in the dark about the skills
Wa-
that Say has.
Wasn't say cutting up blocks of wood because I was chopping them
roll
for the-
your history. because that's your memory. History is also your memory.
Well,
As long as insight is also your... Oh, let's see what you got.
4.
Nope, not there. So, you have vague recollections, but it's like... You don't know quite... Like, you don't really pay attention that much to...
Can't confirm it.
To your adventures. So, let's see. But is it enough to... It's not. It's nowhere near enough to say that Say is a carpenter or anything near a carpenter.
well, we can already chop up the wood and then get it back and then see.
It's like
Maybe some of the new arrivals.
It's like, well, that seems kind of a little bit extra labor for not being able to process it, don't you think?
And we already have it, and then we just have to find someone to make it.
And it's like, well, where are we gonna put it?
Can't we put it in one of the unlivable houses?
It's like, yeah, makes sense. That is what we're upgrading, right?
Yep.
It's like, right. I probably won't be along for this because chopping down trees isn't my strong suit. So good luck. Here's 2 donkeys, or here's 2 mules. Have fun. Try to bring them back.
Donkey!
So it's like,
Get out
in
of
fact,
my
I'm going to
swamp.
implore you to bring them back. These are one of the few mules we have been able to purchase. So, I look over at the stable hand who's peeking around the corner. It's like, yeah, I know you don't have a lot of animals. Do something about it. Don't just say you don't. So he doesn't say anything. And then I look back. It's like, don't lose these 2 mules. I'm telling you, don't lose these 2 mules.
I'm definitely gonna bring someone else along.
No, I just start walking away. I just said, it's like, and as I'd stop and I turn around and say, oh, tell your friends that I might have dinner planned, a good feast in the pub. I think we deserve it. At least I think we deserve it.
Alright. I was
Okay.
heading
It's like,
that
try
way,
not to
so-
forget with all your lumbering madness.
It's not really the lumbering that's the madness.
Okay. It's like, alright, whatever. And so it's like, I didn't even hear the last part. I was walking away.
Now I'm going back to the tavern to ask.
Okay, so now we're on to Marky again. Marky, who went north to the coroner's office. So,
I knock on the door.
yeah, so no answer.
I try again.
Well, try the door. That's D100. You could try
Oh,
opening
right.
the door.
Okay.
So you open it on rusty hinges, and it's just the door. Actually, you open it, and then the door just falls off its frame into the house. It's like you hear a voice from inside that's kind of dry and wheezy. It's like, oh, I just fixed that door.
My apologies.
It's like, oh, it's not your fault. It's the hinges were rusty anyway. Iron's in short supply.
I assume you are the coroner.
So it's extremely dark in there. It's like there's almost no light in there. A couple candles.
Try to squint.
Okay, so you're
Without on
squinting. That's perception. So you're squinting, trying to pierce the darkness. It's not that big of a room. Okay, so...
Of course, our...
Oh.
Please.
Okay, so you actually
Aha!
can make out roughly the shape, which is there's a weird. It looks like a very. He looks emaciated, like he hasn't eaten much, and you see that he's working on a body, and the body you already recognize as the body of one of the soldiers. It's like, it's not my place to desecrate the dead, but I was asked by our mayor. What am I supposed to say? No. If
Well,
anything, I should have
always-
left him for the druid. The druid returned him to the earth. That I respect. This desecration of life, just to what? Learn of the enemy?
We will be fighting a war soon.
Okay,
This
so-
isn't without cause.
That's like, but what do we become by doing such a thing? Does this make us any better than them?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
That is the
Like,
trouble.
exactly. And so, like, he's got a very skeletal fingers, and he points one at you. As he's working with his other hand, and it's like, exactly. We don't know yet. So, it's like, I would rise and shake your hand, but as you see, I'm a little preoccupied. You know, there's a dead body in front of me.
It is alright.
So,
I take a
it's
look.
like, I see you're looking for answers.
Indeed.
It's like, well, I can't tell you much more than what's Brelog already knows. They don't seem natural. They seem fabricated. They don't follow any of the things of anatomy. It's like, and so like he has cynical eyes, and he looks at you. It's like, are you not curious how I know anatomy? Is that not a learned concept?
It is. I assume doctors would know.
It's like, well, I am no doctor, that's for sure.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
So, and it's like, well, it's not it. So he waves a hand. Well, it's not important. What is important is that these creatures are surprisingly immune to pain. You could sever a limb and they'll still fight on. You can cut off their head and the body might still act for a couple more minutes, trying to kill you.
I've seen that.
It's like, well, at least that's just the theory. Just these internals don't match anything I've seen before.
What can you make out from the blood?
It's like, nothing really. The fact that it can move at all is a mystery. It's as thick as tar. Technically, he shouldn't even be alive by standard science.
One moment.
Yeah, so you try to just sense anything divine. So you sense there is a little bit of unholy energy in there. A lot of it's dissipated though, because of since the target was deceased. Let's see,
There's a darkness within them.
yeah, that's not all that's in him though. So you see the darkness, but then you see some celestial in him as well, and you see a combination of the two. So
What is this?
it's like, what is what? All you're doing is staring at the body.
Does he not see the glowing eyes in the darkness?
No, he's a weird old man in the dark room by himself dissecting a body. Why would he care about what your eyes look like?
Just a moment.
It's like
Try to peer and
so it's
I try
like,
to
well,
peer
when you're
into
done,
this.
it's like when you're done just standing there looking, you could, I don't know, go away. You're distracting me.
My apologies.
Okay, so
Thank you, doctor.
it's like, again, I am not a doctor, but yes, you're welcome.
Can I roll history to see if
Okay, so history.
if I've
Have you
ever
ever had any sort of history with this strange mingling of darkness and light?
that's ever been
Anything,
taught
like
within the
taught,
church?
told, anything. Anything you could draw from your memories. Okay, so let's check the challenge rating. Let's see if you get lucky. Nope. So you've heard small rumors that of such a thing occurring. The only thing you can really relate it to is Nephilim, which is, that's taught to everybody. That in between angel and demon. That's the only thing you can really relate it to. Everything else is just, the whole blood being like tar and all that stuff. It's like, it doesn't make sense to you. You'll relay the information, just know that, like, Nephilim is all you can really think about in terms of what you've been taught from your history. Okay, so now back to say, what were you about to do? Like, okay, so Rang he's trying not to make you look insane.
I think I'm going to... Well, I need to go out and get that pearl, so... it's night right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's night. It's like, going out at now would be very dangerous. So this is a Rang talking in your head.
I'm gonna go to Brelog and say that I'm, like, leaving in the morning.
So wait, hold on. Before you leave, it's so he's gonna try to land on your shoulder and just ride on your shoulder. Are you gonna let him?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so he's just gonna ride on your shoulder. So I think you have control over him. Can you move him, or can you see all his actions and stuff? Yeah, so you can move him. So Relog, like, he looks up. It's like, oh, what is and he falls out of his chair.
Can I
That's like-
roll perception for the bird?
Okay, so yeah, roll perception just to see if you can see across the bar. So really, like, you hear the commotion. Everybody looks up. Kreen, are you still mandible deep in food? No, because you ran out already. So now you're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just. So.
Damn it.
Well, hold on. Let's remember challenge rating. Challenge rating. Let's see if you. Nope, not lucky.
Oh no.
I
So
already
you hear the
knew.
commotion, but you can't see over everybody because there's Kreen and there's Lance Master who's like taking up most of the bar space.
What does he say anyways?
Yeah. So can you see? Say no, because like I said, Lance Master's blocking your view, so you got to move around him.
Spicoli is next to Breelog.
Yeah. No, Spicoli's over there next to Kreen because he said, Relog said, "Go away, you're distracting me," and so he walked away. So you move to another angle, and you got to roll perception again in order for you to. So that's what Spicoli's doing. Okay, so Relog is. He's like, okay, question. What is that thing?
My new familiar, apparently.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, so you identify. Let's see.
Hey.
You could see it, but that does not mean you can identify it because it's not a beast.
I got
It
crit.
looks like a raven. That's what you know, but it does not have the eyes of a raven because it's got 5 of them. So you can relate it to a raven. So it's like familiar. What are you, a warlock?
Maybe.
We've been over this.
That's like no, it wasn't. It would have been nice to know that you were one.
All magic types can get familiars.
Okay, so
Hi.
And
it's like,
You
but
already
not.
know
It's
how
like
the
not
magic-
familiars like that. That's not for certain. Like he's pointing at Rang. And so like
I guess.
you hear psychically, it's like my name is Rang, by the way. It would be nice
His
of you
name
to
is-
refer to me as such.
his name is Rang, by the way.
And so like he backs up further. It's like that thing can get inside my head.
I can get inside your head.
Okay, so
It's just magic.
that's like that's not very pleasant to know.
It's only talking.
It's like all right. So what purpose does it serve?
Various.
That's like,
Depends on
and
the-
so like he says, it would be nice not to be referred as an it. Thank you.
Do you hear that, or do I have to repeat it? I don't think he wants to be called an it.
Yeah, so it's like yes, I heard.
Anyway, I'm here to tell you that I'm leaving in the morning. I need to go get a pearl, for an identify spell for that stone that we found.
Okay.
If you could organize a party, that would be, great.
I can't do that. Sorry, but I'll let everyone know.
Did I
If they
hear
wish to
say
go,
needs
they'll
help?
go.
Sorry.
But how big? Like, where are you going?
Down to Paradise Waters, I think.
It's like Paradise Waters. How are you going to get there? That's almost dishospitable land.
Walk.
So it's like, but Paradise Waters is on the other side of ruins filled with ghosts, all types of, and along with Underwood. Like, I wouldn't be caught. No, I would expect no one to go there.
Well, we could just go down the stream.
Okay,
That'd be
so
easy enough.
it's like, but the stream runs so fast. How will you get down that far? We don't have boats.
There might be one there. Could probably make one.
I could water walk.
Also, if we can't get a boat, then we can just walk along the shore.
It's like, but both shores are highly hostile. The amount of creatures that like to congregate on the shores is always far beyond what a few adventurers can take. It's like, although it's supposed to be prosperous, those waters are just filled to the brim with things that would end life rather than give life.
Okay then, do you have any ideas of how to get a 100 gold piece pearl?
Okay, so it's like I will reach out with my contacts, see if any of them can get a hold of it. It may take a while. It's like, so like he leaves over some notes, and then he, well, if you're feeling like being adventurous, then there is a place where you might consider going. So, and like, he dramatically just, like slams the chart onto the table, and you see on the top it says Deadspan.
Spicoli slowly walking over to say,
So is everyone gathered? Kreen, are you even gathering around the table? Because he just slammed the map on the table.
I guess it it sparks
so-
interest, so yeah.
So everyone's looking over, like, there's not enough room. Lancemaster tries to go forward, but he has to just look over. Kreen, you're gathering around. Thorn is gathering around.
I
Because even
plan
Thorn
on-
was there.
okay, I'm not gonna bother with that then if it's gonna be a crowd.
Okay, so...
Fuck that.
Okay, so Thorn's not... So you didn't decide? You're just kind of there?
I'm going to watch, but I was on
Okay.
real log.
So you're watching from a distance. It's like a Deadspan, one of the longest bridges I've ever known. There might be some creatures on this near the bridge who might have what you're looking for. That's like, reports are a little sketchy. Not a lot of scouts like to make reports on what they see on Deadspan. A lot of rumors of sea creatures and all types of monsters along the span. But there is one thing that keeps coming up. It's like near the center, it's like he's pointing to the center. It's like near the center they say there's a village there. Not human. Definitely something like merfolk or some other creatures. Maybe they might have what you're looking for.
Well, thanks for the information. I'll be leaving tomorrow.